off the field agents, right? They handle endorsement deals, business ventures, anything on that side of the athlete's dealings, correct?
Exactly. Spot on.
And then an on-field agent, which is really not what we're focused on in the world of name, image, and likeness, is for when you go off to pro sports and you sign a deal with a team.
Yep, your contract agent will handle all negotiations with the professional teams, the relationship, just about, again, top to bottom, the entire dynamic from your field or court component of that business versus, as you alluded to, the off the field agent, marketing agent, manager handles every other aspect that does not focus on the contract field negotiations.
Right. And so, Max, tell us, your business solely focused on off the field. Tell us about what you do on a day-to-day basis and some of the athletes you represent.
For sure. So on a day-to-day, again, our business really is comprised of, we'll say, heavily focuses on the marketing, endorsement, activation side, and then also into some of those other services. Each client is a different dynamic. Some we handle full circle managerial for, some we are just handling their endorsements, some we are handling everything A through Z, again, besides that contract. For us, some of our clientele, very versatile list of talent, actually, in a very positive way, whether it's your perennial all pros on the current or retired side, like a Terrell Owens, like a Tyreek Hill, like a Justin Tucker, all the way, De'Aaron Fox on the NBA side, Justin Simmons, who is now, I would say, widely recognized as a top 3 safety in the NFL, in the football community, and names like Devon Kennard, who has had one of the most unique and positive NFL careers on and off the field, 8-year veteran, multi-team captain, extremely talented in many other areas, and is going to have a very successful off-the-field career. And to me, a blueprint to what I think a lot of collegiate athletes should be kind of focusing on, how to build not only long-term wealth, but building a presence and honing in on a specific vertical that they can grow with. As well as, we, through my father representing Nate Burleson for his broadcasting, we've had the honor of handling a lot of his marketing and endorsements. And I also think, even though he's on the retired side, I think Nate has also showed you kind of some level of a blueprint on how athletes should be putting out creative content. And I think where that kind of will get you in the long term as you build your brand. So again, just a extremely versatile list across the board in the NFL and NBA, and a lot of unique projects. And we're very fortunate enough, beyond the talent we're representing, to also have the ability to handle procurement and more or less representing several brands as well. I think you need to understand both your current value from a social media component. A lot of collegiate athletes, I don't think, actually understand truly what that name, image, and likeness really means, from your social following, how long, if you're doing a social media deal, how long that post needs to be up for, what's the usage rights for that brand or business during that term, is there exclusivity, what other factors from that standpoint. From a memorabilia, if you're getting a memorabilia opportunity, don't oversaturate right now because you want to make easy money. If you go ball out and you're going into the draft next year, make sure you're maintaining elite level value of where you are specifically, as well as, again, just anything else related to it. You got to really know all the different ins and outs of what you're getting into, and in addition, also not oversaturating your page. Pick and choose your spots.
Right. If you're a college athlete right now, what are the questions you should be asking to potential agents and advisors?
See what relationships they have. See what companies that they can align you with. And it's not always about the dollar immediately. I also think there's a huge component here that collegiate athletes need to think about when you're working with somebody. What other value are they bringing to me besides just the money they're putting in my pocket? They may be just putting quick opportunity in my pocket to secure me, and they may not have long-term relationships. So are you able to put me in front of the right people? Are you able to connect me with this company, and so on and so forth. So I think it's it's got to be approached in a very unique manner, and I really hope that these guys can protect themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I think protection's one of the things we've talked about the most with athletes, right? Is making sure that they surround themselves with people who are only looking out for their best interests. It also leads us to the financial arrangements, right? Like an off the field marketing agent, the financial arrangement with the athlete is fairly standard.
Absolutely. And again, I think in certain areas, industry standard in marketing is 20%. Contract agencies that handle it internally may do 10 or 15 because they're making whatever percent as high as 3 on your contract. So for them, they have the ability to do it lower. But for Maxx Management being specific to marketing and off the field only, we're not making anything on your contract. So at the end of the day, we're going to charge industry standard. In certain cases, of course, that may change, that may be adjusted. But oftentimes 20%, I would say 15 to 20 is often the case. And at the end of the day, it's reasonable, very reasonable in terms of that number and that dynamic.
And Max, to wrap this all up, what advice would you have for the collegiate athlete who's contemplating whether to partner with an off-field agent?
I would say absolutely have the conversations, explore it. You need, first and foremost, you need to stay focused on the season, because if you don't, none of this other stuff matters. At the end of the day, you're only as good as your play, and you're only as attractive to all the different opportunities based on your level of play.
Max, we really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for dropping some knowledge on off-field agents and advisors, and we look forward to catching up with you soon.